welcome to Discover Ramona, where we showcase the people, the places, and the businesses that make Ramona the best place to live. And we're back, of course, with Jan Ryan. Welcome back.
So good to be here. Thank you, Valley.
Jan, I'm seeing you everywhere on social media, all your social media pages. It seems like you have a lot of influence, really picked up. Tell us what's different.
No, I appreciate that. I have to say Discover Ramona has just been a great thing for the community too. But we did start years ago, I think 2017, with Real Talk Ramona. And then the pandemic hit and we had to stop. So now I contacted Real Talk again, and I have to give a big shout out to Real Talk because you guys, Valley, Mark, Bear, Brett, have done so much, and I can't believe the improvements in the studio, everything you've done, stepped up your social media platform, and I've learned so much as far as presentation, and I'm just really blown away.
Well, how important it is, right, to be in front of the camera and do video, and so it's really kind of like impacted your business and how people recognize you and your community. And so you have another guest that you'd like to share about Ramona that runs a business in Ramona, and tell us about who did you bring today?
I brought Carolyn Hoffus today. I'm super excited. I've known her a long time. I've seen how much she has done for the community over the years, how hard she works, and she's contributed so much. And she's with Lavendar and Olive Wedding Event Center. So I'm excited to bring her here.
And let's meet her. Let's meet her. Carolyn, it's so nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about your business and what you do.
So we have Lavendar and Olive, which is San Diego's newest wedding and event center. It's in Ramona. We are on the corner of our property. We have a 80-acre equestrian ranch that we've been running for about 30 years. Just had a lot of parties there and decided that it was time to open it up for the public to come and use it. So much interest about people getting married and having parties, so that's what we decided to do.
Yeah, so kind of just jump in the business and learn as you go and try to serve the community. And obviously, you know, you're like the rest of the people in Ramona, where they listen to what the community wants and they build it.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like the heart of Ramona and the business owners there. It's like you guys really just jump out there and get after it. So I'm curious, well, a lot of our viewers have been married or will be married. And so what makes your venue set apart from another?
I would say that what we've done is we've created a space that is eclectic. It can be turned into anything that your dream. It is a beautiful background, but you can change it. It can be old-fashioned, it can be modern, it can be old, it can be new, and we're not tied to any restaurant or anything like that, so you can use any caterer you'd want. You can even buy your own alcohol and bring it in. There's a lot of insurance that you have to get, but we have a lot more freedom because we've gone through all the permitting process, and we can do anything that your heart desires. And we have a lot of space, all different places for people to have. Somebody might want to have their reception in the Grove, but most people get married there, but they can do whatever they want. And we've built it that way so that it's not really a cookie cutter place. It's very unique, and it's up to your imagination. You can make it any way you want.
I like that idea because that starts to think, do you do anything other than weddings there?
We are really trying to find out what the community wants. So we have had players on the patio. You came to a couple of those.
Absolutely.
So we asked the local musicians to come, and they set up a time, and I think last time there was 18 different groups that they played 3 songs each. We had Nutmeg Cafe and Bakery came out and sold food and beer and wine and sangria, and you could just come in for free and listen to music and, you know, just have a nice time. We're trying to get a feel for what the community really wants. We're thinking about maybe doing like a murder mystery night where you come and have
That's a good
dinner
idea.
and, you know, participate in a murder mystery. We feel like there's not a lot for people to do in Ramona. They always have to go to Poway or somewhere else. So
And
just trying.
the one thing I've got to say about Carolyn and her family and Robin is they know how to do a great event. Everything at your place has always been a lot of fun, a blast.
We have a lot of party experience.
That's a good thing. But it is. It's not an easy feat, you know, creating a whole event and making sure that you hit all those details that whoever is hosting the event wants, you know, and making sure, like, how do you take their vision and make it a physical thing, a reality. And so if you have the experience of creating those fun times and those events, that goes a long way. It's a gift, you know. It's really a creative gift.
Yeah, it's just about, I feel like it's just about planning. If you're doing anything day of, then you didn't do it right. You know, it should all be done well in advance, and you have to kind of think of every contingency. And that's just from years of doing it. And I've been running horse shows for 30 years, you know, and having 500 horses and 500 nervous people. And so I kind of have a gift for that because I've been doing it for so long.
And I love that you said you like to listen to the community and what events and things that they're looking to do and get into. And you're not just doing it for your own self-serving purpose, but to give back to the community in Ramona. So what is your overall vision for your business, Lavendar and Olive? What's your overall vision for the community in Ramona?
I would like to be the go-to place for people who are planning a special event, or we just are speaking with right now. There's a great organization up in Ramona called Frosted Faces, and they get older dogs from kennels and shelters and then rehome them, and they're having their 10th anniversary, and we're going to be working with them to make that a really special event, something that helps them and helps us, and working together. I'd like to do some holiday things, you know, I would love to have a skate rink, we'll see, you know, to come up during the holidays so people didn't have to go down the hill, and just make it part of the community. You know, maybe have the Boys and Girls Clubs at Christmas come in and do during the day, have a Santa Claus and a little petting zoo, and then in the evening ice skating or something like that. So those are just dreams, you know, we have to get there, but we want to be part of the community. We don't want to be singular and just for ourselves. We want it to be a place that everybody comes.
I like how you think, because it seems like your creativity is endless. So if somebody had an idea of an event they are looking for a venue for, they could reach out to you and propose their idea, and it seems like you'd be pretty open to seeing if you could make it happen.
Yes, I love a challenge, a good challenge.
There's so much potential there. I mean, my mind's going. I'm thinking of a ton of things you could do there when you said that.
It's just so, it's so crazy. Like, we're right next to this great little municipal airport, and I'm like, people should be flying in and having lunch, and you know, I mean, there's just a million things. So we just you know, plugging along and just laying the groundwork and getting it all ready. But we've run quite a few events, probably on the books now, even going into 2024. We're at about between 30 or 40 events that we've run just since we opened in 2021. But I can see that just expounding, you know, just going crazy if we can just get the people up there to take a look at it. We just need you to see it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is.
It is amazing. It is
really
spectacular.
Spot. Yeah.
Truly unique and beautiful and spectacular.
Where is the spot?
It's on the corner of Montecito Road and Montecito Way. So it is it's less than 2 miles off Main Street in Ramona. and you take a left and a right and you're there. So it's really, really local. It's just funny. It's not somewhere that locals go down to unless you go to the airport.
Well, now they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're going to go.
Or in the horse show.
Or
Or
going to the horse show. But people just don't head back that way. So it feels like you're a million miles away, but you're not.
I kinda like
You're
that,
really
though.
close.
That's like the
Yeah.
best. That's
Yeah.
the best type of home to own. That's the best like business to
Right.
be at. The best type of venue. Like I can get somewhere quickly, but I feel like I'm isolated.
That's
in
truly.
this. And that's kind of
like
how
that.
you want a venue event to be. Is where you're like, I'm here and I'm here. I'm not thinking about where I'm going to go next because I'm focused at where you're at.
Exactly.
And you said it was a nice venue with some good views and like the background looks nice. So is it set on a hill, or is it just like the landscaping is beautiful?
Well, the landscaping is amazing. It's all planted and really beautiful, but it also looks out over our cross-country course, which is part of the equestrian center, and we have giant boulders. You can see Mount Woodson. I mean, it's really a pretty spectacular place, and it's really quiet and beautiful and wild looking, but also when you're in the facility itself, it is manicured and just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're such a hard worker. I remember when Carolyn was doing the horse eventing, getting that business going. I've never seen anyone work as hard. Like you said, trial by fire. You would figure it out. And the other thing was, I know it was so much work getting the permit and going through the process. So you went through all that work and did it all correct. I know that was a lot.
It's like, it really is turning out to be the key to the success of this facility, is that we are getting a lot of calls from brides their venues have been shut down. And so we went for it. We started in 2017. We didn't get our permit until September 2021. It took 4 years and a lot of money and perseverance, and we had great help with Woodcrest. They helped us through that process, another Ramona business. So we can run an event 365 days a year, and it's totally legal. Nobody can kick us out. Nobody can stop us. So that's just something for the community and for the brides and grooms and brides need to know, that we are totally legit.
What I also like about you, and I think having been an event planner in the past, what gets overlooked sometimes is the venue owner or the venue manager can be restrictive and kind of make your moment just feel a little clouded. And what I feel from you is that you're not that way, that I feel like you're very open to listening to ideas and collaborating and creating a moment for that person, a memory for that person, not just closed-minded on your own, the way you see it, but you're open to the person that wants to run the event.
Well,
so I love that. I love that about you. And I think that goes back to your creative mind, because you have to sort of be flexible.
You really do, and it's just so funny because when you build something and see it, you have like a idea of how it's going to go, and then somebody will come in and just flip that, and you're like, that is such a great idea. It never occurred to me. Just never occurred to me, and that's what I find is so fun. Like, a lot of people come in and they have these visions of what they want to do, and it just never occurred to me. And I'm like, that's such a great idea.
Yeah, and you learn from it instead of closing your mind to it. You go, okay, I'm gonna.
And then I just get to tell the next bride, they did the dinner and reception, and then they wanted to get married under the moon. When 10 o'clock came, they had the wedding under the moon.
And you delivered the moon.
And,
look at that.
And then they, because we have a 10 o'clock sound thing, and they did it just the opposite. And how fun. Was really kind of great,
If I'm, a bride looking for a venue, or I have an idea for an event and I'm looking for a location, how would I find you? How would I look at what your venue looks like? How would I find you?
So we have a website, lavendarandolivesandiego.com. We're on the Wedding Wire, the Knot, Here Comes the Guide, all those kind of things. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all those things under Lavendar and Olive San Diego. So it's pretty easy. So you can contact me. I am really try to get back to you within 2 hours. And if it's more than that, it's just because I'm in a bad cell phone range. But I really am really try to make an effort to get back to you. And any idea you have, we can talk about. So if you're doing just a party, we do have special event pricing where you can rent the facility for 4 hours instead of our usual 12-hour rental. So we do 12 to 12, and we only rent to one event per day. So you never see another bride in another dress,
You're
or
not
you
getting
don't
rushed out.
Yeah.
You never get rushed out. It's just we do have some hard and fast rules because of the county. Sound has to stop at 10. But like I said, that wedding that they did the moon thing, they started dancing at 5 and then turned off at 10 and then got
perfect.
married from 10 to 12. So it was just
Yeah,
never
perfect.
thought of it,
Yeah,
so so
I think
so
that's-
exciting and fun and different.
I like thinking outside the box. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, you
I
just,
have one last question. Why lavender and olive? Where'd that come from?
well, it's just a name, to be honest, but we did plant. We planted an entire grove of olive trees, so you can get married within the olive trees, or you can actually. We've had a couple of farm tables, dinners out there as well, and then lavender really grows beautifully. So we planted quite a bit of that. It's we keep that farther away because it's really bee friendly, and we didn't want guests being stung by bees.
Well,
so
truth be told, olive trees are one of the most magical original trees in California. They came here
Wow.
from Mexico, and so you're migrated all the way to Ramona.
Yeah.
So they're very special and magical. And then lavender is one of the most healing plants. So it
There you
makes
go.
me feel like what a peaceful place to be.
yes,
So if I think
really
about
is.
a wedding venue, I think, I want peace and serenity and just
Some
really
beauty.
be connected to the earth.
Right.
And so I like it.
I'm glad
It
you
works
got to
for
come
me.
see it.
I
You got
will.
to come see it.
And I've got one last thing too. I found this so interesting. Is you moved to Ramona? What year was that again? About
1998.
98. I just remember your story because you moved from Point Loma,
Uh-huh.
and you're going, Ramona. I don't know about Ramona after Point Loma, but then
Oh, I
You're
fell
saying-
in love with it. It was a little challenging because my kids were grown up, so it was hard to get into the community. But I met all the people who ran all the heavy equipment because that's what I was building. But I ended up we met you
Yeah.
and your husband, and we became friends, and now it's our community.
You're one of so many people that I've said once they've moved to Ramona, they knew that was the place they wanted to be.
that's why I wanted to bring it
There's
up.
just something
From I hear
special
that
about it.
so often.
Yeah.
So
It is. And the people ask, if you don't have the horses, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I would ever leave.
Good.
I don't think so.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's just proof that Ramona's a special place to be.
It
Yeah.
is good.
Well, it was super nice meeting you, Carolyn, and I appreciate you sharing your business with us. I can't wait to see it. Jan's going to invite me out to an event
Yeah.
soon.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta
You got to
come.
go.
You
So
gotta
we'll be
come.
there, and yeah, it was just really great meeting you and learning from you.
Well, thanks for having me. I
Yeah,
really
thanks for
appreciate it.
coming in. Thank you for watching Discover Ramona, and tune in next time where we showcase the people, the places, and the businesses that make Ramona the best place to live. See you next time.